Hello everybody, I'm DerTebbers. Welcome to something different. This is the relaunch of the DerTebbers channel. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm changing a whole host of things. Mainly because I need to make a change. I've been doing this now for 2 years, give or take. I can't even remember anymore. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, something like that. And over that time, I've had good runs and bad runs. You guys really helped me out. Stocko helped me out greatly, but you guys helped me out coming in, watching my Farm Sim 13 or 2013 mod spotlights and then my ETS2 mod spotlights. And I kind of had those going for a while and I sort of tapered them off and I tried different things and I'm still trying new things. And about the middle of last year, about the middle of 2015, I got very depressed with the channel, with myself, with everything going on around me, personal and professional and YouTube and everything. Some of you know that I'm no longer with Maker, which used to be my multi-channel network. I had to be dropped from Maker because my professional life and my YouTube life collided. And so I had to drop off of Maker, which caused all kinds of collateral issues on my channel. That coupled with really feeling like the channel was hitting a plateau made me everything just hit me and I was just down. And there were times that I was really considering just shutting the channel down and walking away and saying, I'm done. I'm done with this. But some of you out there, whether you know it or not, helped me make the decision that, no, I'll just kind of push through and I need to figure out what I need to do to change things. And I started making those changes to the end of 2015. And now, well, now I'm pushing it into high gear. I'm making some big changes. Now, I'm not going to promise you that every series is going to stay weekly or whatever I set it out to be. I'm going to miss stuff. I still work 40-something hours a week in a quote-unquote real job, a job I don't necessarily always enjoy. And that job takes me traveling all around the world. So sometimes things just are going to get dropped. And personal things are happening as well. So I'm going to lay out for you a plan of what we're doing with the DerTebbers channel in 2016. And I'm going to commit that I'm going to try my best to make it consistent. I can't promise everything, but there are some things that we're going to do. First, let's hit on the things that are staying. Flight Simulator X, plane spotlights. That is staying. Not bad in terms of how many of you enjoy this, and I enjoy it. I love airplanes, so this is staying. I mean, my channel could go completely empty, and I would just keep going with Flight Simulator X planes. I enjoy flying them. I enjoy researching them, learning about them, distilling what is often a mountain of data down to 10 to 15 minutes of talking and trying desperately not to crash the plane every time, just once in a while. I'm going to continue doing a civilian military flip. So Sunday, the 3rd of January, was a civilian plane. So the 10th is a military plane, and then a civilian plane, then a military plane. You get my drift? Cool. I am pre-checking every single one of these planes. So they have to have a virtual cockpit. They have to look good. I prefer it so that I don't have to make a modification in order to get it to work. I want this to be as easy as possible for you, given the fact that Flight Simulator X mods are not the easiest to put into the game itself. And I'm thinking at some point we might branch out and hit a couple of payware planes, because I've really been tempted by a couple of payware planes. So we'll see where that leads. I'm not sure if I'll do that. I really like the idea of making it free so that you guys pick up the game and I can help you fill your game with amazing airplanes for free. But I might grab a payware plane here and there. That's all that's going to be going on Sunday. Sunday is still going to be a single video day. It's just going to be Flight Simulator X plane spotlights. If something else goes in there, it'll be one of those like hits, like, oh, hey, here's a video of a I don't know, a wombat jumping off of a tree. I don't know. But that's where I would put those weird videos, would be on a Sunday. Minecraft, Tebby Tech It. Oh, yeah, I can't promise Tebby Tech it'll stay all of 2016. I think it will, but I don't know. Minecraft is going to stay, and it's going to stay Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's not going to change. I'm going to keep building. I'm going to try to bring in more people and build with more people. I've been doing it solo for a while, mainly because my audio gear doesn't allow me to include people very easily, but I'm trying to work on a change that might allow me to do more people and still use my better audio gear instead of my old gear that sounds really bad. Actually, I was listening to the Nuclear Tebby Tech It and I was just like, wow, that's actually really bad, but all right. But hopefully I can rope in Brew some more, or even the Great Gamer, Fad Man, if I can, keep him around. DOS is easy. I just yell out the room, hey DOS, let's record. But it's actually harder than you think to record with DOS, only because my voice echoes very loudly in this office, and it often gets picked up on her mic, even if she's in her office. Stocko, if I can find him. I mean, maybe he'll come back and play Tebby Tech It and I can go over and, burn his house down or something. I don't know. I'm going to try and see if I can get a few people to join me. We're going to finish the reactor. We're going to flip the power switch, and we're going to cross our fingers that we don't blow up the entire server. If I blow up the server, we just go somewhere else, right? That's the theory anyway. But Minecraft will stay Monday and Friday, and I will try to work in some co-op work with people. Cities at Night. Cities at Night. I'm actually really enjoying Cities at Night. That will continue Wednesdays at 1300 or 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, or your local equivalent time zone. Cities at Night. I'm enjoying it. The city is starting to grow. If you haven't been watching Cities at Night, if you make a suggestion and I work on your suggestion, or even work on something that's tangentially related to your suggestion, or sometimes just because I need a name, your name goes into my city as a what do they call them? Let's call it a zone, but it's not a zone, a district. You become your YouTube name becomes a district name. Pretty cool right there. So we've got all kinds of cities. There's a few special cities that are named for particular fans. But by and large, you make a suggestion in the comments. If I act on the suggestion, or if I just need a name, your name goes in. And if you've already made a suggestion and your name is already there, that doesn't mean that your name won't appear in a second spot. I'm just saying. So I'm really enjoying that. The city is starting to grow. I do have a mod in there to let me grow it to the maximum size. So we have a long ways to go before that game stops. Hopefully you will come by, drop a suggestion, and come and see if I ever work on your suggestion and pop your name into my city's, I'm calling it a county. It was originally Sapphire City. It's now Sapphire County. It's a bunch of little itty bitty cities. Farm Sim 15, Something Life. We started out with Farm Sim 15 Orchard Life. Then we sold that farm to Dr. Vesuvius. We moved to the Volga Life. The Volga Life is going really well. I'm actually kind of really enjoying it now that I'm starting to get grips with the soil mod. I'm not ever going to use the soil mod again, by the way. I'm just saying, as a single player game, it's really difficult to manage the soil mod. It's going to stay an hour long. It's going to stay on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, or Daylight Time, or whatever time. And it's going to keep going until we hit our goal. Remember, we have to put $1 million wind turbine up, and then we have to get $1 million on top of that in order to move. Then we're going to move. Where are we going to move to? I don't know. It's still quite a ways away. As of this record, I think we have like $200,000. I think that's it. Maybe some more. I can't remember. So we have a ways to go. But once we get there, you guys need to pay attention, because you are going to have a role to play in where we go next. I'm just saying, might be a while, but you'll have a role to play. Feel free to stop by, check it out. I try to keep most of the work on screen, but the grindy stuff I'm taking off screen as much as possible. So you get a pretty good idea of what's going on. I know some people hate it because I don't do enough farming. Some people hate it because I do too much farming, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. Don't worry. Things get better, I hope. Indie Peak. Some of you have watched the Indie Peak, not a lot of you. The Indie Peak happens Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. That's when those get released. What is the Indie Peak? The Indie Peak is a bunch of developers and publishers have been sending me keys, and I have like 50 or 60 keys still in my inbox, and I haven't even documented them so I can put them on my list. And I grab their games and I play a little bit of their game and decide whether it's good or not. Now, sometimes I play a lot of their game and decide it's good or not. Sometimes I play the game to completion and then decide it was really amazing because I forgot that I was doing an Indie Peak and I need to now record a little chunk. It's a way for you to see some little games out there that might interest you. Now, a lot of you are here for simulators. I totally understand that. That's the bulk of my channel. But I hope that you check out these indie games as well. Sometimes I get a simulator indie game. Sometimes it doesn't sound like it would be an amazing game, like Void and Meddler. But in the right context, it's a pretty darn amazing game. Point-and-click adventures are really big in the indie world, and Void and Meddler, really good game. Full disclosure, I am friends with the publisher, but I still love the game. So Indie Peaks, those are going to keep going. Please come by, check them out. They don't get much in the way of views, but I really am trying to help these indie devs get their game out there, because even if you don't like the game, you might know somebody who likes the game, likes that kind of game, that would enjoy it. So then you can say, hey, go watch DerTebbers Indie Peak on this game. I think you'd like it. And then they'll watch it and then they'll buy the game or not. That's the theory anyway. So come by, check out the Indie Peaks. They're usually, I try to keep them about 10 minutes or less unless I really have fallen in love with the game or I can't shut up, which happens from time to time. And then they go a little bit long, but I try to keep them relatively short. So you can just have a quick boom. That's what that game's about. So there you go. Those are the Indie Peaks, Tuesday, Thursday, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, or your regional equivalent. All right, now let's talk about new or changing. And right away, several of you go, wait a minute. Did he not talk about FarmSim 15 mods? No, I didn't. I actually didn't talk about FarmSim 15 mods. Can you imagine that? Me not doing FarmSim 15 mods. It's crazy, isn't it? Well, I'm not really going to do FarmSim 15 mods anymore, but I am. Weird, huh? What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you, my viewers, many of you give me suggestions really esoterically because I don't allow links in the comments usually. And you're like, hey, this is a really cool mod on some website I found. And the problem is, I have many problems, but this is just part of the problem. I was doing 2 FarmSim 15 mods a week. And it was usually 4 to 5 mods per show, give or take. And for me to go looking for these mods actually took a good bit of time because I'd go and look through this big backlog of reskins of stuff that I've done like 20 times, or version 12 of this mod that I'm like, I did that like January 2015. What are you doing? And it took a lot of time for me to dig through this. Now, a lot of you guys are seeing really amazing mods out there because you're looking into the community a lot more than I am. I'm basically glancing at the community saying, hey, what happened in the last 7 days? And that's all I see. Because quite honestly, I rarely have the time to go more than that. So what I've done is I've set up a email address. And the email address is, oh wait, it's on the screen right now, modsfordare@openmailbox.org. You send that mod, you can send the links, that's fine. You send the link, you send the details of the mod. If you're a mod author, totally you can send me an email at that address. You send me that information, and what I'm going to do is every month I'm going to grab a whole bunch of mods that you guys have sent me, and I'm going to throw it in a big mod show once a month. So not going to be every or twice a week. It's going to be once a month FarmSim mods, but you guys are going to be the big driver here. If you don't send me any mods, the show doesn't happen. So I really need you. And if you're a mod author, You can totally, and especially mod authors have been getting in contact with me going, hey, this mod, somebody stole it from me and they haven't put it up here with this thing that's happened to it. Well, if you made the mod, you can send me the information about the mod, where to get the mod. Now, I'm not going to take betas. I'm not, if you're like, oh, it's on my Dropbox. No. I need it on a website so that everybody can get to it, because I'm going to post the link. So that's what I want to do. I don't want reskins. I want brand new stuff, and I want really amazing things. Tomorrow is the Farm Sim 15 top 10 mods of 2015, and you're going to have to really, I will tell you, some of those mods are absolutely phenomenal. So I'm looking for some really good mods in 2016. Send me an email once a month. We'll do Farm Sim 15 mods. On the Block. Some of you remember On the Block. It was me videoing the pile of Lego sets that I have behind me whenever I do webcam stuff. On the Block is coming back. It's going to be a little bit more focused, a little bit tighter. I'm going to try to stop the camera from being so stupid because it was driving me insane, though I just glanced and noted that the item that I was going to use is being used for something else. Oops. I'm going to do On the Block. It's going to be Fridays at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 1300 Mountain Time. And it will be replaced as necessary by other things, meaning if I have, I don't know, the Farm Sim 15 mod show for the month, we'll replace On the Block. If I have some amazing announcement of some sort, it would replace On the Block. So On the Block is going to be the Friday 1 p.m., but it's sort of conditional on nothing else happening. That's kind of how it's going to work. Truckin' Saturday. Well, it's been a long time since I've done Euro Truck Simulator 2. So we're going to start trucking on Saturdays. Starting on the 9th of January, it's going to be at 10 a.m. on Saturdays because it says Truckin' Saturday, which, yeah. So we're going to do some interesting things. I think it's interesting. Now, first thing I'm going to do, GPS disabled. My trucks won't have GPS. I won't have the GPS pop up. No GPS. I have to do all my navigation by map, and I cannot open the map while driving the truck. I have to stop in order to open the map, and I can't stop in the road. So we have to follow real life rules as much as we can. I'm also not going to drive like an absolute gibbon, just mostly a gibbon. So we're going to turn the speed limiter on the trucks. I'm going to keep the Pro Mods map in, so I can go all the way out to Iceland. I can go all the way down to south of France. So we have a huge area to cover. Our task is we're going to try to get the entire map covered. We're going to try to explore the entire map, but at the same time, we're going to do it without having a GPS, which adds that extra bit of challenge. And we're going to have other challenges as we go along. If you think of a really great challenge for ETS2, then you can totally put that in the comments section here, or wait until Truckin' Saturday starts and put the comments there. That works too. But I'm not going to put a bunch of mods in. We're going to use a lot of in-game equipment, in-game trailers. I might put the Jazzy Cat trailers back in, but right now they're out right for this moment. And then when American Truck Simulator comes out, whenever that is, I'm hoping 2016, we will immediately switch over to American Truck Simulator and start driving in America and see what that's like. Because why not? Well, I won't say immediately. I won't say immediately. I will immediately, but there might be ETS2 of Truckin' Saturdays in the pipeline already. You get what I'm saying? I hope you get what I'm saying. Picking up what I'm putting down? I hope so. Simmered Air. It's kind of what you do with food. You know how you simmer it on the no. Simmered Air is going to be Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Simmered Air is going to be 2 games, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, and I'm going to play them all the way through or until they annoy the crud out of me. The first 2 games, I know, right? Some of them are going to be very short. The first 2 games are going to be Demolition Company Gold and Farm Expert 2016. I'm not an expert on farming, so this ought to be interesting. Demolition Company, well, I do destroy a lot of things, so that probably will be okay. So we're going to play those through. When they're done, we're going to grab the next game in line, whatever that might be. I have a whole host of sim and business games. Now, business management games I count as a sim game, so you might see those come in from time to time. But we're going to work our way through. I have a small backlog of sim games. It's actually small compared to my other backlog. But we'll work our way through these sim games, and hopefully we'll not blow everything up, just most everything. Dare Steamed. Yeah. I have a Steam library approaching 500 games. I need to get that Steam library down. So what we're going to do is we're going to play through my Steam library. Anything that I have not already played and move to what I call my finished category, which are games that I've truly finished, games that are so bad I will never finish, or games that just won't start, like most of UIG's stuff. Those games are finished, but I have probably 280 games that I have never played. So we're going to play them. We're going to try to play them front to back or cover to cover or start to finish. Take your pick on which one of those metaphors you want to use. And we're going to see what they're like. They could be horror games. They could be point and click adventures. They could be tower defense. God, I hope I don't have any tower defense. I hate tower defense. We'll find out. That could be first person shooters, anything. The very first game is, oh my God, kill me now. It's UIG. I don't know why I started with the UIG game. Actually, I do, because I'm actually going alphabetically. So we're starting with the numbers, then we'll go to the A's, then we'll go to the B's, and then the C's, and then the D's, and the E's, and F's, and G's. Do I have any C? I do have some C games. Dadgummit. So the first game will be, what is that? 1953 KGB Unleashed. It's apparently a point-and-click adventure set in atmospheric settings, which probably means crappy. And it's made by UIG, so it probably means it'll crash every 5 minutes. So it might only last for a couple episodes before I truly get steamed, pull the plug, and we move on to something else. But we'll find out. So we're going to work our way through my Steam library. Hopefully you'll show up to that. I got a lot of these on like super deep discount, and I know that a lot of them are really bad games, like this UIG thing. I actually looked at the ratings of a lot of them. Most of my Steam library is bad games. So it's going to, like, Dare Steamed means two things. One, it's my Steamed library. And two, I'm probably going to be steamed by how bad these games really are. So you might find these interesting. I'm just saying, it's going to be interesting. Oh, God, kill me. Well, there we go. That is going to be 2016, or the relaunch for 2016. Now, this will change maybe over time. Every few months I'll evaluate and see how we're doing. I hope you guys like the changes. I know some of you are going to be upset that Farm Sim 15 is mods are gone, but it's as a weekly feature. But at the same time, I think that doing it monthly and having you guys help me out finding really great mods will be an asset, because if you find a mod, not everybody knows that that mod exists. So if you give it to me, we put it on the monthly show, boom, hopefully a whole bunch of people see it and they enjoy it. So I know some of you are going to be upset, but I hope that the inclusion of these sim games, the Simmered Air videos, and the Truckin' Saturday, I hope that kind of helps you feel okay about this change. We're still going to have a lot of sim games. We're going to have a lot more sim games because we're adding sim games. I wonder how long the Farm Expert's going to last. I haven't even booted it up. That's going to be fun. And I hope you enjoy the Steam. They're steamed because I have some feelings about these ones. I've just downloaded that KGB Unleashed game, so we'll see. Again, I'm going to try to get some co-ops on that Minecraft. So our usual lineup, let's run this down one more time. Monday, everything is 10 and then 1, right? Yeah, that's how it always works. So Monday, Minecraft, then Dare Steamed. Tuesday, Simmered Air, and then an Indie Peak. Wednesday, Simmered Air, and then Cities at Night. Thursday, Farm Sim 15, whatever life, Vogel life right now, and then Indie Peak. Friday, Minecraft, and then On the Block, or whatever I replace it with. Saturday, Trekkin' Saturday, and then Dare Steamed. And then Sunday, our Flight Simulator X Plane Spotlight, and then if I randomly find something else. Randomly. As that might happen. Whatever. Hopefully this will make me feel better about the channel. Hopefully I won't go through that depression cycle there where I'm like, ugh, I just want to shut it all down. Again, thank you all for watching all these videos. I really do appreciate it. Sometimes I get kind of down when I look at some of the numbers, but then I realize not everything is everybody's cup of tea. So I hope you just swing by, check out the various series, see if it's your cup of tea, or Coke or water or beer or whatever you might enjoy drinking. I'm drinking water right now because my voice is starting to go because I've been recording for 3 hours already. All right. On that fun note, I guess we're done with the launch. I think we've hit orbit. Orbital transition is complete. Yes, we're getting signal. Solar is unfurling. We are 5x5 beginning transmissions. DerTebbers 2016 is a go.